I think when I decided to become an adoptive pet parent, it was because a dog that I was in love with that I had purchased from a pet shop passed away. And it was around the same time that the internet first became active and you started to gain an awareness of what was going on. And I learned about puppy mills and where dogs in pet shops came from. And a friend of mine located George in a pet shop when he was 6 months old. And no one wanted to buy him because he was too big. So she couldn't stand it, so she bought him and I adopted him from her. So he was my first adopted dog. And then he led the way. After that, I became very active in fighting against puppy mills and spreading awareness for adoption of dogs and cats, especially from shelters. Well, since George, there was China, who was another Maltese. I became active with a rescue group that had a little shelter of our own. And we would take dogs and cats who were still in their own homes and publicize them to try to find them new homes before they ended up in shelters. The National Pet Adoption Reunion is a great idea, especially with the Mayor's Alliance and the New York City Animal Care and Control. The Mayor's Alliance does so much. The whole world of adoption in Manhattan is completely different, 1,000% improved because of the Mayor's Alliance. And foundations like the Petco Foundation and events like this, people who aren't aware, they could just be passing by walking their own dog and suddenly they become aware. Mercedes' owner was hospitalized, senior and she wasn't coming out of the hospital. And there's Mercedes at 12 years old in the animal shelter. She was about 2 hours away from being put down. All of my money, all of my efforts go into animal care and rescue. It isn't cheap, certainly, especially in a city like New York. You have dogs that need to be groomed. Grooming is expensive. When they get old, they need certain foods, and I won't have a car, and I certainly will never have a Mercedes, so when I adopted Princessa, I decided to call her Mercedes.